Distraction is the name of the game. Distraction is our society now. Like we live in endless distraction. We carry distractions around, right? All the time. Man. So that's one word for it. Most of the time, again, it's translated to restlessness. There are other translations that are more literal, can be excitement, agitation, distraction, overbalancing. Not sure about that. It kind of makes sense, overbalancing, though. It's kind of like pushing against your experience in a really, really fundamental way. I like this part right here. I'm going to read this. At its simplest, it is an unquiet or a fluttering quality of mind. And we'll get into what aspect of this is mind, what aspect of it is sensation, what aspect of it is physical versus mental versus conceptual versus non-conceptual. But this quality of mind that is fluttering is good. Yeah. It's helpful to start to break that conflation that I was talking about, where we conflate the sensation for the tendency. It's helpful to start seeing the tendency is actually not in the sensation. We'll get into that. And then there's a description in the, God, I'm terrible with these words, Visuddhimagga, that's describing it as mental excitement, wavering like a banner in the wind, manifesting as turmoil. Very good. That's very much what it's like. Arising through, I love this part, arising through unwise attention to mental disquiet. That is so clean. That description is very clean for the part that's getting conflated. For the what I'm talking about is the tendency. It's unwise attention to mental disquiet instead of wise attention to the sensation underneath. That's what's happening. That's the ninth fetter. So, what do you do about it? Like I said before, there's an aspect of this that it's so not about doing. Because all of the doing, all of the seeking, all the running, all the coping mechanisms, even the work in some sense, like all of it was a doing. This is where you really learn non-doing. You really learn what non-doing means here. And that doesn't mean holding back from life. It doesn't mean not taking care of your responsibilities. That's not what I mean. I mean in a very, very visceral, direct way in reference to experience of sensation. I'll call it the sensation of being alive even. The sensations of aliveness. Realizing in real time that the sense that I have to do something about it, the doing, the sense that I need to do something about this itself is not intrinsic to the sensation. It's not intrinsic to the experience. It's not intrinsic to the non-dualistic appearances of sensation. This is the key to the ninth fetter, ultimately. But the only way you really arrive at that in a visceral, instinctual way is to burn, is to feel the intensity and not try to run from it. You're going to try to run from it a little bit. It's going to happen, and that's okay. But the key is to see that you don't have to. See that you actually have the capacity to feel this. And you start with seeing you have a capacity to feel the resistance. You have a capacity to feel the resistance. You definitely have a capacity to feel the sensation, and you have felt sensations before when there's no resistance, and you know that. And sometimes they've been the most enjoyable moments of your life, probably. Feeling the warmth of being alive, being a human when there isn't resistance. But when there is resistance, you see first that you can handle the experience of that resistance, that you can actually stay with that resistance, that rising up, that strong tendency to unwisely turn your attention to the tumultuous mind. That's it. That's all it is. It's a tendency. And you can stay with that tendency. And you'll feel it. You'll feel like it wants to jump out of you. Makes you want to jump out of your skin. It can feel really intense at first, but it will settle because the vehicle's gone. It will. The fire will go out when it's not, there's nothing for it to fuel. And And even here, you're not really worried about, oh, when's it going to go out? To what degree does it go out? Like if you're doing that, you're still in the head quite a bit. This isn't about that. This is such a singular experience. It's such a primal experience. It's such a right now, full on immersive experience, visceral process that you don't need to worry about when and how much and to what degree, because that is just going to make you feel worse. This is what you're called to do. Reminds me of that scene in Fight Club where Brad Pitt, Tyler Durden pours the lie on the back of what's his name's hand, Edward Norton's hand, and he says, "This is your pain. This is your pain. Don't run away." And he's trying to dissociate and go into his happy cave or whatever. And he's like, "Don't do that. Don't dissociate. This is your pain. This is the best moment of your life." That is a really, really powerful, poignant scene, because what he's saying is the truth. But you can see all Edward Norton wants to do is get the fuck away. He's trying to pull away, and Brad Pitt's holding his hand, not letting him get away from the pain, slaps him in the face. He's like keeping him there, and all Edward Norton wants to do is get the hell away from him. He's just trying to run away physically. He's trying to run away mentally. That's the feeling. That is the ninth fetter. That is restlessness that we're talking about. It's a tendency to turn attention toward the crazy mind. And your mind will get a little crazy here often.